Hey guys, Jordan here again. So today I thought I would go through my process here, and I would do a ink sketch, like a freehand ink sketch of one of the freakers from the game Days Gone. So I've got an image on my left that I pulled up that I like from a screenshot from the game, and then I'm going to let you see kind of partially there so you can see what I'm doing. And so I've looked at this image for a few minutes. I kind of have an idea in my head of where I want to go. I've looked at kind of where the dark parts are on the image, where I'm going to kind of start with and then work my way out, and kind of the overall shape of the character, the freaker. And yeah, so from that, we'll go. All I'm using today is a dip pen. It's a Speedball dip pen and Speedball black ink in my little jar, and then water and 300-gram UCreate watercolor paper because it's the kind that I like. And that's it, and we'll get going here. So like I said, I'm going to start with the darker areas. So I'm just going to get my pen, and just when you first use it, there you go. You just want to give it a couple scratches there to let it get going. And then, so what I like about this is I like the elongated face and the mouth being so stretched and stuff like that. So that's what we're really going to focus on for this image. So what we're going to do is have it at an angle so it's not quite so straight on. We're going to have it kind of like this. So what we'll do first is we'll get that eye that's on the left here kind of in. So what we'll do, actually no, what we'll do first is we'll get this head shape in here. Okay, and I'm doing it at a different angle than in the image, so I want it to be a little bit different. Okay, like that, blocking it in, and then go on the inside of the face. And then they got that hair that pulls inside, so we can do that. And we're just in the ugly stage of planning and drawing here, where we're marking out where we know that we're going to have different lines. And then under hair here, and then the head there. And then what we've got up at the top here, we can go and put the eye in. And they're sunken there. The bag under the eye. And then I like to have, with zombie skin, I like to put in the little hatching details. I think it helps make it look weathered. Okay. And we're going to get the brow in here. And then we'll go over to the other side. And we're going to get through the same thing. We're going to mark in where we're going to put that eye. Okay, and then you got the nose is tilted up. nostril in there. The thing when you're doing something from reference, unless your aim is to be like to exactly duplicate it, it's good to just kind of make it your own and make those little changes that you want to see. I like the idea that there's this big cut in her lip here. We'll get the little teeth in. And what we'll eventually do is we'll get some scraggly hairs going across the shoulder. It's blowing a bit that way. But for right now, we'll just get some of this gnarly jaw in. And so her mouth splits here. And we'll have it split here too, because with the way that it warps to get that length, it would come apart. Okay, and then we'll do is you got the inside of the mouth, so we're going to show that it is deep, and the way you do that is mark this part off here, put some shadow in here. There we go. So we'll fill this in black. Okay. And then come around. I have a little bit of a finer scratch in here. So I want to show that it's back there. The tongue, and what we'll do is here, let's finish filling this black spot in for the inside of the mouth. Okay. There we go. And then the tongue, just put some hatching there. The tongue's here. These cheekbones are very gaunt, so they're sunken in, and they're very tight to the face because all these guys are super dehydrated. And put some more detail in the jaw. Okay, and then get the ear. Get that in the shadow. Actually, won't make that dark. Because we're going to have a bunch of stringy hair blowing. And then same thing here, and I'm just doing real loose with the hair because it's that zombie here. I want it to look stringy. Okay, and then the eye, what we'll do is, I like when they have just this, and then everything else is in black, and the zombie has like just a tiny reflection at the center there. I think that looks creepy always. It'll work well with this. And then we'll get some more details here of that forehead. We'll get some more markings. What we'll do is on this, over here. And then underneath this hair part here, this will all be in shadow. I'm going to add some depth to these cheekbones here. And everything I'm doing is loose. I'm having fun doing this. I'm not worried if I make a mistake or if I spill ink or something. I'm not stressing it out. I can always restart or do something different. There we go. Okay, and then underneath the nose here, got that cheek. I'm gonna just add a bit of noise here. And then same thing over here. And I want that, this needs to be drawn out more. There. this is the bridge. And the bridge will be a bunch of little nodes. And then we'll make this a little bit wider by the eye. Okay. And then here. Good. Okay, so the jaw, and the jaw really probably is going to end up somewhere around there. So then we're going to go with our high angle here. And we'll keep the spaghetti strap. But we'll change the angle we said earlier here. Get the shoulder detail here. What we'll do here is mark out this part should all be black and in shadow here down by, this is going to be collarbone. Okay, we'll get this other part of the shirt or the tank top for her on. And what we'll do is we'll add some rips. Same thing there. We'll make these straps dark. Put some little circles and stuff because it reads as dirt when you do this, or like a wart, I guess, but mostly it kind of comes up as dirt. There. And then this, and we'll get you can see ribs here. Detail there, and then I'm going to add a little bit more hair here. This is where we want to start having a couple loose strands go across. in some kind of like background here. Kind of show that there's a building. And then what we'll do is show step. But we'll black it out. Okay, and then just apply a building back here. Just adding some trees in here. Just that back and forth scratching there. See that now? And now you got this idea. And it adds just a little bit of depth. So there's some background there. And then some kind of mountain thing here. And then what we'll do is we'll have some smoke kind of in the foreground. Like there's some, and you won't see it because of here. Actually, no, we can do it like this. And then this goes black. I think that smoke's going to turn into a tree branch because of that ink drop there. That's okay, we can do that. Okay, so that's all filled in there. So you got the shadow of a house here. So that makes sense. That looks good. This should be black as well. This for sure will be a tree branch. right like this. Boom, boom, boom. We'll add the shadow under this branch. Okay, and then let's finish making this a shadow here. Okay, so I think we'll make this black. Strap, I'm just looking to see where my eye is not reading enough, and I think we need to have this tank top read as black, because we're gonna do like a third tone, like a wash, but we're not gonna put color in here, and I don't think it's gonna read properly. So we'll just do that quickly here. Go. I'm just gonna grab a brush to save some time here, guys. Okay. And then we're gonna use the same brush, this water pen, to do the third tone. Okay, and then really we don't need the reference anymore, so we can zoom back in on what we got going on here, guys. Okay, so what I want to start off with, see how dark this is, good, is I'm gonna just do everything that is in that next tone of shadow, and I'm just going lightly with my water pen up in here. In there, back here, okay, all this, okay, the only highlight really is on that one cheek, little there, everything else on this side will fall to shadow. So I'm just going over quickly. I don't want to linger too long with the brush, because what will happen is it'll start to get, some of the ink will start bleeding too much. So I'm going lightly and quickly, as quickly as I can, not leaving too much. This is where we're going to do the underneath of the hair. So this is the hair that's underneath the white hair, and we put just a couple little highlights of that in here, but not much. a little bit, just to show that there's a tone in there. Okay, I think I see I want to do a little more here. Go. Okay, so, and then on this side, not nearly as much, just the kind of obvious stuff. Okay, and then down here, and then oops, started getting banked there. So then, where I've marked out shadow and stuff, I'm gonna go over it with this pen. Just adding tone on this side, avoiding kind of the bulky part of the hair. Go. And then we get in here, these trees will be darker. We'll do, yeah, we'll go in there and add a little bit of shadow like that is being cast by this tree. And then in the background, we'll just add a bit here. Just to break it up. And then I would like to have like a darker gray as like the color in the background here. Am I gonna do that? Let me see here, guys. I think what we'll do is we're gonna get a bigger brush. We're gonna go in with ink. We're gonna get it really wet. See what it's like here. Yeah, and then what we'll do is all this part here can be this darker. Yeah, and then this gives us I don't want that to bleed. What we'll do is have it come out of that smoke. keep touching this one spot just to get a little bit more black on the brush, because I know it's wet. And then I'm going to get all the excess off. There you go. And then that'd be behind it. That'd be behind it. And then I can see where we need to have some more hair. It is right in here. There. And then what we need beside that hair, I'm just going to grab this brush very lightly, adapt it off. There we go. Okay, and that's pretty much all I want to do, I think, with this one, guys. Just kind of leave it like that. So, end of the drawing. And what we'll do now is pull the tape off. So I'm just going to put the lid on the ink so I don't have any accidents here. Okay, put the nib back. Okay, and we'll start with the last one we put on, and we're pulling away from our picture so that we don't grab any paper by accident. And this way, and then down that way. Oh, we got a little bit of an issue here. This guy's stuck. And then like this. You know, there's only one more thing I think we might try to do. I want to see how it'll work first on. No, I'm not going to. I was going to try to do some white highlights, but I'm not going to. I don't trust this pen. We're leaving her as is. All right. So thank you for joining me again today, guys. Thanks for spending time with me. Appreciate it. If you could like and subscribe, that helps me a ton towards monetization and paying the bills. So I appreciate it. And thanks. We'll see you again soon. Signing off. Bye-bye.